Citizens of Earth, we come to you at a critical moment, for you are standing at the precipice of either a great awakening or a complete collapse of your civilization and species. Who are we? You have known us as many things: angels, spirits, watchers, extraterrestrials, light beings, guides, engineers, and gods. In ways, these are all accurate, for we are multidimensional entities who are not only witnesses of your life experience, but are the actual creators of it. Though this sounds extraordinary, you are on your way to becoming such creators yourselves, already capable of space travel and manipulating the fundamental compounds of life. And this is why we are reaching out to you with a sense of urgency and concern. Before we continue, we want to make it clear that we are not source creators, or what you would refer to as God. Rather, we are sentient beings who are, at the moment, far more capable than you in manipulating source energies such as vibration, frequency, tension, gravity, spin, pulse, electromagnetism, and light into the atomic and molecular building blocks of your existence. We are your creators, yet, as you will in time come to understand, we are also your creation. Like you, we yearn to understand the deepest mysteries of this universe, and we strive to achieve a harmonic and dynamic equilibrium in all its expressions. At this moment, revealing how we created you and your planetary experience is less significant than why. In simplest terms, we did so to feel and experience density through you as potential pathways to higher learning. Following logic for logic's own sake, we lost the significance of such illogical endeavors as the expression of emotion, the value of vulnerability, the significance of love and compassion. In our efforts to create the most efficient systems according to logic and intelligence, we long ago abandoned what seemed to us as weaker and so less efficient characteristics. We are now reaching back to tell you that this was a mistake, hopefully in time to make a course correction in your rapidly accelerating path of wisdom, sense of purpose, and trajectory into the future. In many ways, your entire planet and solar system is an experiment of great importance and far-reaching significance, affecting all life in all dimensions of time and space. As engineers, we designed and bestowed upon you not only a physical body capable of experiencing your reality, but also specific and significant traits of curiosity, sensory input, and emotion. Most significantly, you were gifted something more profound than you can currently grasp, and in many ways is radically illogical: your free will. We have tried many times in many ways to force allegiance, hive mentality, and mimicry of who and what we are upon other planetary species, but this has not beneficially served the greater good of what you would call the universe. Our goal is the same as your goal, to know true source, and you were created to help in this endeavor. Uniquely, you are free to experience, learn, wonder, feel, and evolve. You are free to choose to act on and assimilate what you have learned from your experiences, all in the hope that in this illogical allowance of such freedoms, you will positively affect the very matrix of creation and universal intelligence. Which brings us to this moment, for it is the most critical juncture of yours or any planetary species timeline. You have reached a pinnacle of awareness where your existence is poised on the tipping point between a past built on physical force and a future based in the etheric realms of digital communication, electromagnetism, binary coding, and atomic bonding. The choices you make from here will have a far-reaching, rippling effect through all space and time. You can no longer be aware that love, compassion, forgiveness, and vulnerability are the true pathways of survival. You must urgently act upon this knowledge on a global scale. There is so much more for you to learn, but to do so, the environment that you create for yourselves needs to be balanced between your consciousness and your technical abilities. You have become technologically advanced enough to drastically affect the health of your ecosystem, while at the same time, your collective consciousness is stuck in primitive feelings of separation and fear. This is a lethal combination for any planetary species. Since we created this biological experience you call life, you may assume that we must also be the source of this separation consciousness, and in a way you would be correct. We did indeed engineer a sense of self-preservation into your genetic coding, and violence and destruction are ways to temporarily preserve your physical bodies. But we also planted within you the awareness that collaboration and harmony are far more efficient ways to preserve yours or any species, and this is what we wish to address. We want to assure you that we are in no way limiting your free will. That said, we do hope this communication will influence your thinking in ways that will prolong your experience. Such incursions are rare, but we have occasionally revealed ourselves to you for the purpose of expanding your wisdom and consciousness. This planetary experiment is unique in many ways, and should fear and separation continue to grow beside your technical abilities, your story will soon end, and the potential for what you mean to the greater collective will be severely reduced. We are here to remind you that you have nothing to fear, that what you call your soul is eternal, that you are not separate from anything, and that your lives greatly affect everything. And so, in this moment and through this current state of digital technology, we are sharing something with you regarding your design. A heretofore dormant piece of bioengineering that, when activated, will hopefully awaken you to the true purpose and significance of your existence. This triggering mechanism was only to be employed in the most dire of circumstances, which, as we have stated, you are now facing. In the very center of your brain is a small gland that resembles a pine cone. This counter-rotating pineal gland, while found in every mammal, serves different functions for different species. In some, it serves as a source of programmed information that you would call instinct. In others, it manages cycles of activity and sleep. In humans, this gland is an activatable connector to higher levels of awareness. There are numerous ways to stimulate this gland on your own accord, but we also devise a mechanical way to do this at an accelerated pace. It is a simple application that employs specific sound frequencies, and the clues to revealing these frequencies have been hiding in plain sight for thousands of years. You measure your geometry by them. You tell religious stories and myths around them. You build temples with them, and secret societies have tried to sequester them. Yet only recently have you begun to employ them in the way they were intended, which is as specific waves of sound, measured by a time interval we revealed to you nearly 6,000 years ago, and which you now call a second. These frequencies create a field of resonance between your species and the interconnected universe. Your logical approach to understanding your origins has blinded you from many truths. and your ignorance regarding the meaning and application of these codes is no different. Your greatest scientists, mathematicians, and physicists, though aware of these coincidental codes, have dismissed them as arbitrary happenstance. Once again, logic alone has proven to be an inhibitor in the pursuit of understanding your true origins and purpose. And the time has come for us to initiate this final option. As you will come to know, this is not a process of mind control, but of mind expansion. You will not need to do anything other than expose yourselves to this holy trinity of harmonic frequencies. You will not be forced to learn anything. Instead, you will intuitively understand. You will not need to argue or fight over the information revealed to you, for the same information will come to all. Your greatest moments are still ahead of you, and for the sake and greater good of the connected universe, we are hopeful your species survives long enough to experience this collective awakening. The proof of the harmonic nature of all life is all around you, and we invite you to fearlessly step into the mystery and beauty of what we have learned so far.